Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.
Marc Marquez, the new rider from the Lenovo Ducati team, has finally spoken out about Yamaha's V4 engine tests, which are currently being conducted as part of their latest development efforts. In his surprising comments, Marquez acknowledged that the initial performance of Yamaha's V4 engine is beginning to show signs of posing a serious threat to Ducati's dominance in MotoGP. If they can refine the power delivery and handling of that engine, then we all need to be prepared, Marquez said seriously when approached in the paddock. He even noted that the sound and aggressiveness of Yamaha's prototype engine cannot be underestimated. As one of the most experienced riders in dealing with various types of engines, Marquez's comments have sparked mixed reactions among MotoGP observers. Ducati, which has long dominated the track thanks to the technical superiority and power of its V4 Desmosedici engine, now appears to be growing concerned. Especially since Yamaha's testing is not just an experiment, but part of a larger strategy to directly challenge Ducati, particularly in terms of acceleration and top speed, two areas that have long been Yamaha's weaknesses. And here's the full story. The MotoGP paddock atmosphere has heated up again following a surprising statement from Lenovo Ducati's main rider, Marc Marquez. During a post-test interview after the team's private testing session at Mugello, Marquez openly expressed his concerns about Yamaha's new V4 engine project, which has been undergoing intensive testing throughout June. The engine that has long been Yamaha's hallmark is the inline-4 configuration, known for its agility and stability in corners. However, in the modern era of MotoGP, which prioritizes raw power and top speed, Yamaha has often lagged behind its main rivals, especially Ducati with its notoriously aggressive Desmosedici GP engine on straightaways. Now, the situation is beginning to change. Yamaha is officially developing a V4 engine with a more aggressive configuration, closely resembling Ducati's engine characteristics. Testing of this engine has been conducted in several closed sessions, including at Catalunya and Mugello, involving test riders like Dovizioso, with internal reports indicating that Fabio Quartararo also tested the prototype. When asked for his opinion on the thunderous sound of the Yamaha V4 engine emanating from the neighboring paddock, Marc Marquez did not hide his admiration. "I heard the sound, and I know the V4 character well. I've used it on Honda and now on Ducati. What Yamaha is doing is not just an ordinary experiment. If they manage to combine the V4's signature power with Yamaha's agility in corners, then we all at Ducati need to be prepared," Marquez told the media with a serious expression. Marquez's comments immediately drew attention. After all, he is a rider with extensive experience facing V4 engine developments from various manufacturers. The statement suggests that even the 8-time world champion is beginning to take note of Yamaha's potential threat for the upcoming season. "I'm not saying they're perfect, but the direction they're heading is very clear. They want to target Ducati's main strengths, top speed and acceleration. If they succeed, Yamaha could return to being a dominant force, like in the Lorenzo and Rossi era." It's not just Marquez. Engineers from other teams are also discussing Yamaha's resurgence. Although no official data has been released by the Yamaha team, the heavier engine sound, higher RPM, and aggressive throttle response signal that significant changes are underway. Within Ducati itself, the pressure is growing because they not only have to maintain the high performance of the GP25 but also continue development to avoid falling behind. With the sprint race format continuing and a packed race calendar, the ability to adapt to opponents is key. Yamaha seems to realize that to compete again for the world title, they can no longer rely on their old philosophy. Major changes like engine configuration are the most radical steps taken in the past decade. And if Yamaha's V4 engine can match Ducati's efficiency, MotoGP will witness the return of the classic rivalry between these two powerhouses. Not just on the standings board, but also on the track with wheel-to-wheel duels. The question now is, will Yamaha truly be able to realize its ambitions? And will Ducati be able to maintain its dominance when a new threat emerges from a direction they hadn't anticipated? Marc Marquez has reminded everyone, the competition isn't over. It might even just be beginning. Former MotoGP world champion Casey Stoner has finally spoken out about Yamaha's ambitious move to develop their latest V4 engine. The engine was recently tested behind closed doors at the Circuit de Catalunya in Barcelona and has become a major talking point in the MotoGP paddock. In a brief interview, Stoner expressed interest in the technical direction Yamaha is now taking. They're finally trying something that has long been the main weapon of their rivals. A V4 engine isn't just about power, it's also about character and how the bike transfers power to the asphalt, Stoner said. Stoner, known as one of the most sensitive riders when it comes to motorcycle performance, also noted that Yamaha's decision to switch from an inline-4 configuration to a V4 is a major step that was long overdue but necessary. If Yamaha is serious about competing with Ducati and KTM, now is the time. But don't expect instant results. A V4 isn't just about changing the engine, the entire technical approach must also change, he added. Yamaha's V4 engine reportedly produces a much more aggressive sound, and initial testing in Catalunya showed promising performance. Internal sources mentioned that Fabio Quartararo and test rider Cal Crutchlow provided positive feedback, though there's still much to refine, particularly in terms of acceleration out of corners and stability during braking. Stoner's comments have drawn attention because he is known for being highly critical of technological evolution in MotoGP. When he offers praise or warnings, there is usually significant weight behind them. In other news, the two-time MotoGP world champion is known for his exceptional technical acumen, and his comments are often seen as a barometer of technological development in the racing world. In his recent statement, Stoner admitted he was both curious and intrigued by Yamaha's decision to finally step out of their comfort zone. For years, Yamaha had its own philosophy about their bikes. But the world of MotoGP has changed. Ducati with their V4, KTM 2. Yamaha finally realized that to catch up, they had to change the most fundamental aspect, the engine, said Stoner. Stoner acknowledged that the transition from an inline-4 engine to a V4 is no small matter. He described this move as a comprehensive change that will affect the motorcycle's character entirely, from weight distribution, throttle response, to stability during hard braking. The V4 offers advantages in power delivery and aerodynamics, but it will take years to truly understand how to maximize it. If Yamaha thinks this will be a quick fix, they're way off, he added. Yamaha's V4 engine reportedly showed initial positive potential during testing in Catalunya. Its sound was described as more full-bodied, deep, and aggressive, a hallmark of V4 engines like those from Ducati and Aprilia. Yamaha test rider Cal Crutchlow was reportedly the main rider testing the engine, accompanied by intensive technical data collection. Some leaks from within the team suggest that Fabio Quartararo has also tested the engine in a few limited laps, and although it's not final yet, he expressed optimism. Finally, Yamaha is listening. But the road is still long. Stoner also added that this change will require a shift in racing style and technical approach from Yamaha riders themselves. When I moved from Honda to Ducati, I knew how complex it was to adapt my racing style to the characteristics of the V4 engine. It's not just about engine RPM or peak power, it's about how the bike responds in every phase of the race. Stoner's comments are significant amid the public's high expectations for Yamaha, which has long awaited a major technological update. Since the era of Jorge Lorenzo and Valentino Rossi's dominance ended, Yamaha has struggled to compete consistently with rivals like Ducati and KTM, who have been more aggressive in technical development. With Casey Stoner voicing his opinion, the pressure on Yamaha could intensify. The public now awaits. Will this V4 project become a revolutionary weapon, or just an expensive experiment that came too late?
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good. Fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about. Have your fucking clout, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. Bitch, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.